What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back to the walkthrough. So here we are at Folly of the Lake. But before we do this next part, we're actually gonna run back over here, and I want to make sure that we have exhausted all of Nefeli's dialogue because we're about to like really get into her quest chain. So, okay, she's here.
It's about time I'll see you again.
Yep, that's all we needed is the it's about time I headed off because she's gonna be in the next area we're going to. That's what we want. We're also about to fight two of these crystal type monsters. They are really, really weak to blunt damage, so just go in here, see if you have anything that you could... You have something that is, in particular, if looking up top, how it says like slash, standard, pierce, you want something that has strike. So I don't have too many things. Let me see. 31. I don't know if I could hit that two-handed. Let me see what I could use that has strike. You have strike. Put some levels into you as well, just to have you to beat stuff with. Your pierce, standard. So strength builds, you should probably put some points into the Warhammer. I'll level up this guy a little bit. And I'll hold off, because we are going to get a new actual weapon for the quality build in just a little bit. Which, as a reminder, one of the great things about a quality build is, of course, you don't have to use the exact weapon I'm using. The whole point of a quality build is, pretty much any weapon that looks good, you can pick up and run with. And then, if you... I guess a better way to describe it is, if you find this and you're like, I really like this weapon, then, start focusing on your strength. If you like this, start focusing on your strength. If you, let's find one for Dex. If you got this and you're like, I want to be Flail Man, then start leveling Dex. But, having the 23-23, that early strength Dex split, it just gives us, well, one Bloodhound Fang can carry us through the entire game. But more, it just, it gives us variety. And variety is the spice of life. 132 and 77, so like we're on 110. 100. That might actually be higher. Let me see. Where's that guy at? 215 on that. My strength is a little bit higher. Well, the scaling's better too. Yeah, so it was slightly better at strength. We'll just keep it that way for now. I'm actually gonna deposit a bunch of items. We're reaching the point where I have too many items in the chest, and in general I like to have the chest mainly empty, just so I can quickly swap to stuff that I need. So from here though, let me mark where we're going to be going. We're going to be going out kind of west this way, and there's going to be some crystals that we're going to look for. Once we find that, we're going to grab a Sombring 2. And we're kind of heading down under this, which is the village of the Albinaurics. And honestly, using more markers isn't going to really help because it's kind of hard to see. Oh, hang on, wrong way. I want to go west, so you can see the crystals. This area is pretty easily visible. Just look for these crystals. And then now we're in the right spot. Now you can already see one over there, and there's another one that's right here. We're gonna try and get some big damage in on this one to begin with. You can see how much damage. I'm gonna show both weapons. Really annoying enemies. So that's what just a plus. What is this thing at? Like a +2 or something? +6, okay, so it sounds higher than I thought. But for comparison, look at our Bloodhound thing against them that we've been using up until now. So, certain enemies, it's good to have stuff against. Now, if you don't have a blunt weapon, there's basically like a threshold. So, if we are just doing damage, eventually they're going to go into critical. And after you've gotten a critical, then you can see we're doing normal damage again. But so it's a little bit of, some people are going to have a better advantage here. Obviously, we just really quickly upgraded this with basic mats that we found, and that was more than enough to boop that thing and take it on down. But if you can't boop it, he'll do just fine, you know, once that critical opens up. Which, you don't have to get the critical, but once you have knocked them down, right here. Once you have knocked them down, after that they'll start taking more normal damage. So, even like mages and whatnot, you know, Rock Sling does really good blunt damage. That'll knock them down. But anyway, after that, we are going to... We got the Sombering 2, and we're just going to head towards there. And you can kind of see it in the distance, how there's like a bridge. But once this turns to like the yellowy green, that's how you know you're going the right way. In particular, you can see how the cliff, if we follow the cliff, we can actually get up it over here. And this is a pretty small standalone area. But it's actually really important. It's easy to overlook. I almost completely missed this on my initial playthrough until a friend mentioned it. But here's Nefeli. Go ahead and talk to her again. Just burn through her dialogue. She talks a little bit about her past, if you want lore. Alright. After we've done that, right up here where there's all these guys, you can attack them if you want, but the big thing is we're grabbing that larval tear. Yeah, for the most part, these guys aren't going to do anything. As you can see, they're like, a couple of them are finally like kind of waking up, but basically this village has already been like sieged by hunters, and so these dudes they're basically just dead. They don't really have much else going on in life. Let's see that guy. The village is done for. But head on over here, grab this grace. Alright, and we're gonna cross this long bridge, and you are a magic build and you don't like katanas. We're about to get a weapon that you may enjoy. It's just dismounting just because it's right along the edge there. There's the crystal sword. Which it's not, there's nothing too crazy about it, but as you can see, it has some int scaling on it, so decent early weapon for those mage builds. Just if you know, you don't have an interest in a katana and you want something that's a quick wacky stick, or maybe you're playing more of a spell sword and you don't want to use Moonveil, that is a very solid choice. It's fast, int scaling, lots of good stuff. I'm gonna sort chest real fast. There's some other stuff I don't want. Don't need you. Do I have what? Oh, it's because of my thing's active. Okay. That's fine. I don't need it anyway. Don't need you. And yeah, we'll let the shield stick around. You never know. You never know. Let's see. How's my weight looking? I could put the Great Turtle shield back on. As many of you have pointed out now, I get the... See, what I'm not sure about is if the stamina buff stacks. That's one thing I haven't tested. Let's find out. No, I'm not going to be able to do it out of combat. We're going to go until my stamina's drained. We're starting up and kill this guy. Does seem like it goes up pretty fast. So I can't actually see my stamina as it goes up. I'll have to test that later. Anyway, pop this pot. A dude will pop out. Go ahead and talk to him.
Dear me. I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait then. Well.
So yeah, after he does his initial spiel, you'll be able to talk to him. He is going to give you the first half of the Haligtree secret medallion, which is really important.
I chose the medallion, but for deep.
That's actually needed to access a bunch of the bosses. So if this guy isn't here for some reason in your save, you will not be able to get your platinum. You need that medallion to get to the city, where we can then fight a couple of the bosses. But if you need healing, you can run for the ball. next up we got Omen Killer. So this guy's, I guess you could say he's a mini boss. He's not very strong. So, you know, you shouldn't have any problem just booping him. But there are some dogs, and I would suggest taking those dogs out of the equation first. As well, Omen Killer, I don't think he's particularly scary. You know, nothing is worse than having dogs run up on you in the middle of a fight. But yeah, he has like a double slam he does. He has the fire breath. Look at Bird go. As you can see, our blade is just tearing this dude apart. The Crucible Knot Talisman, which honestly isn't that good. Reduces damage and impact of headshots, so it, like, you know, protects you when you're getting bonked in the head, which, I mean, to be honest, I don't even remember the last time something like specifically targeted me with a headshot in this game. Anyway, after he's dead, go down here, pick up the Rune Arc, which we already have one active, but now we have an extra one. Alright, so we're done with that area. That's it. Nothing else down there. From here, hop back over to the Scenic Isle, and we're going to go talk to the lady and turn in that necklace that we got. She is going to give us a Volcano Manor invitation. It's just straight east from here.
Should be please. Oh yeah, thank you, kind. Did I forget? I am Raya. I seek you ever to steady such streets. Brave Tarmos time. You are a volcano. Oh, this land of Liurnia, but the lift instead at the base it was I have faith. I do hope. At the base it was. I have
so she's basically just telling you an alternate path you can get up. We're going to be going up there later, but right up here, you go through that, and it'll get you up into what is technically the 4th region of the game, which is where we picked up that Divine Bridge. Now, the thing that I wanted, this is important. If you go up there and you rest up here at all, it's going to transition the castle down here into the Radahn boss battle. There are 2 triggers, to my knowledge, that will make Radahn spawn, and it's either going up here and resting at Altus Plateau, or clearing the boss here and talking to Ronnie. Either of those will get things going. So because of that, I wouldn't suggest going up there just yet. After we're done most of Liurnia, we're going to do a quick loop taking out like everything, basically everything that you can see right now in Caelid, we're going to do. And then after we've beaten the initial boss here, then we're going to go up here, we're going to do this, we're going to go up here, and we're going to get some other things before we go after Radahn. But so yeah, once you've talked to her and exhausted your dialogue, that's all set. Next we want to head southwest, and it should be right around here on the map. There's a hidden cave that we want to get, and one of the best things to do is as you approach down that way, you're going to see like crystals, and you're going to shoot right between the crystals. And that is the next main stage of that guy who gave us the medallion. We're going to get a really nice summon. And in addition to that, we start a quest that will eventually lead us on over to a free max tier upgrade map. So you can see the 2 little crystals right here. And it's just kind of tucked away right here. And it doesn't even pop up on your map initially. So definitely a very sneaky cave. I'll pop this open. So there's basically 2 levels to this thing. We have a lower portion and we have an upper portion. We're gonna completely go through the upper portion of things first. If I can actually hit this guy with my curved sword. they're down, so we'll pick this up. Spear talisman. It's good for spears. I haven't tested, but it may be for rapiers as well. But, I mean, while the talisman explicitly mentions spears, just to show it real fast. Where'd you go? Enhances counterattacks unique to thrusting weapons. Yeah, so I don't know. The spears and great spears, it should work. And in theory, I think it should work on rapiers as well, but I haven't tested the damage of that. But anyway, after we have killed all of those guys, we're then going to take the path down. And you can kind of see it right here. There's just going to be a couple different consecutive drops. My Pokemon fans, you get to kill a baby Lapras. Okay, let's see. That's good. No, there shouldn't be one here, but every time I see messages, I'm paranoid. Did I forget? Did I miss a wall? Did I miss something? A second. Yeah, we came from that way, okay. That. That. And this is the group of them. See, that's why it's nice to have a weapon that can just be like sweep, hit a bunch of things at once. And if we had continue, you can see that's where we had first dropped. So we basically just kind of took a little shortcut down. And we're going to drop again very carefully to get this. Soft cotton. If there's ever a longer fall, you can use soft cotton to mitigate out fall damage. Pick up some smithing stones. And after that, we should be mostly good to go. There's a couple more of these things waiting for us in here. I believe it's after the third. Yes. So as soon as we cross in here, it's going to be boss fight time. Ironically enough, you're going to be fighting a dude using the same sword that I am right now. So Bloodhound Bane is back again. But go on, get your stuff. You can see we've already got the ability to summon. Except now we don't have Blade to carry us through the fight. Fortunately for him, we are way stronger than we used to be. But he still jumps around just as much as he used to. That's the only thing that's annoying about this guy, is he doesn't stand still, man. He just hops around, hops around, hops around. It's like, would you stop? There we go. Yeah, so a little bit annoying, but, you know, not that bad. And that medallion is just going to increase our blue bar. Not very useful in my experience. I'm gonna go over here. Don't jump on her. By the way, jumping causes damage, so if you just hop around on NPCs like you're in a Mario game, you can hurt them. And then that's not gonna be good.
Fell tarnished. What do you want?
So just go through her dialogue. She's gonna blow you off. If you have the secret medallion, though, she'll be like, oh, Albus trusted you. Okay, I should go with him. She's gonna say goodbye to her dog. While she does that, we'll grab this. I guess it's a wolf, but anyway, she says goodbye to him, and then she joins us, giving us our first real range summon.
Would you consider Misko? There is something. Will you show me if you accept of the whereabouts?
Hear her request.
They say in castles. Then I said, farewell, I will go with the forgive me.
Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. So she is going to leave Wolfie. And now we have Athena.
When needed.
So she can she's actually like a real archer. Like we had the page that we got already, but this thing does some work. So yeah, pretty good summon. Now we're gonna head back to Round Table, but there's gonna be a fight waiting for us when we get there. Getting that medallion half is going to trigger an invasion mechanic here with Ensha, that dude who's always just sitting at the door that wouldn't talk to you or anything. He's not very strong. I mean, as you can see, he's dead. You get some fist weapons off of him, which are nice, but you know, otherwise, pretty inconsequential enemy. You know, like you're not really nothing there is too crazy. The clinging bone. Now things are back to normal. We want to head this way with him down. We now have his armor, which looks kind of cool. His armor has a unique effect on it that you can read about that says it'll restore health. It only happens when your health is very low, so I wouldn't go putting on the armor counting on that to be particularly useful. What's my FP at? I want to get some new summons. It's still a while till we get Mr. MLG. 84 FP. All my things up. What can I fit on with that? I could use her at 74. Dope. I might level her up. I haven't had a chance to like actually work with her to see if she's good. Yeah, let's use her. I'm okay with an archery thing.
Please. It's pathetic, and
So just go through her until she, you know, as long as she's looks like just once. Go up. I'm gonna do a little leveling real fast on my summons. Yes, I am. Oh yes. Okay. After that, we go this way. Going to talk to him. He's going to talk about Ensha. Ensha's gone, blah, blah, blah. Talk about Nefeli's despair.
Indeed. So I had honestly determined. I suspect a dose of... Ah, yes. Allow me to find the Albin. She hides in a cave to the west of... She knows the locate.
So he would have told us about the secret medallions, but we obviously already know that, so it doesn't matter. After that, we're going to run back to Nefeli, and we are going to exhaust her dialogue again.
You please. It's pathetic. So you know, for indulge your father, I would have done it, and yet I betrayed. And to think where is the just he once told me he would never.
So basically, Gideon's men
how could I say father has
were the ones that attacked that village and slaughtered the Albinaurics, because Gideon was trying to get like the medallion or something. She had seen a scene like that when she was a kid, so she slaughtered all the people there and effectively slaughtered her dad's own stuff. And let me burn through your dialogue. You keep praying.
I'll be doing my job. Just lay out your...
Yeah. Prayer.
Those words were not maybe prison and my prayer. Well, I suppose she has a gift, so I told. I'm indebted. It was all right. I'm sorry.
There we go. Now I'll be doing more blacksmithing and less praying. Okay, so we've burned through her dialogue. So next up on the notes, I was going to warp us out to Road to the Manor. Well, hang on, there's something we need. We're going to go here, pick up Heal. You might already have Urgent Heal, but you want Heal. Let's go on and buy that. If you've been following this guide, you should already have access to this guy, the Claw Mark Seal, and we're going to use that to kill a boss. That'll make things super easy in just a second. So from here, we're going to warp up here. Road to the Manor. Actually, there's a couple things we're going to snatch up before this episode's done. But first, we'll go down this way. So this is where that blacksmith guy is. And what you're going to do, right here in the King's Realm Ruins, you can see that archway right there. Just head towards that. And there should be a hidden path right here. Go on down. Now, the thing... Oh, I didn't do it yet. I'm stupid. Hang on. The thing that we are going to fight here is one of those crazy grabby arm boys, the spider monsters or whatever, they can be very, very dangerous if you're not careful. Called revenants. But because they're classified as an undead, an AoE heal spell can absolutely obliterate these guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to memorize spell. We're going to put basic heal on. We're going to put that claw mark on. And if you don't have enough for that, you can get it before this fight. So there's two things I want to point out here. Because you need enough faith to put on that spell. One, we've picked up this. This is going to give you 5 faith. That should give enough to almost every class in the game. If you're, I think Prisoner is the only one that doesn't have it, you can pop a rune, and then you'll be well over the threshold needed. So, just do those two things. And it's crazy. When we were doing this on stream, people were like, just use heal. I was like, what? Someone's like, yeah, just use heal, man. I'm like, this is like a Final Fantasy VII, enemies are undead, so holy hurts them, and yeah, it is. It is ridiculous. You don't even need to worry about a summon, just dodge in, and once you get off one heal, he's done. Look at that. Look at that. Well, maybe I should have the summon out. Just for, yeah, let's pull out the summon just to have something to distract this guy. So I can actually get it off. But, I mean, as you saw there, heal did insane amounts of damage. Which I'm fine with, because these guys are obnoxious to fight. Ew. Banished. So pop this open. A really, really nice weapon. This is one that's going to be in an upcoming build on the channel. The Frozen Needle. So ED scaling causes 60 frost buildup. Really, really nice. Just good pierce, good ice, lots of good stuff. So after that, we're going to warp back to the Road of the Manor. And originally, I was going to swing south in this episode. You know, basically do, just looking at the map, do like all of this stuff that you can see. But instead of doing that, there's some other things. I'm going to make a slight change to my game plan. We're going to go here, and then we're going to go here, and then we're going to go over here real fast. So, sit tight, y'all, because we're going on a detour. So while beating the boss in this place will trigger the quest, which, by the way, arrow barrages come down while you run to this place. If you stay along the cliff face here, for the most part, I feel that that's a little bit safer. It's not a guarantee, but I found this approach to be a little bit safer most of the times I tried doing it. Now this area, we're actually not even going to do this until after we've done the Royal Academy, but just so we don't have to deal with that again, go on and pick this up now. There's actually a really crazy strong weapon you can get here at the moment called Sword of Night and Flame. So if you're on the struggle bus, look up how to do that, but otherwise we're going to save it for later. It is one of the legendary armaments, so it is needed for platinum, and we'll get to it, but I'd rather not just yank people into an area just to try and grab a weapon. It's also, it's very high requirements. It's like 24 int and 24 strength. Or no, excuse me, 24 int, 24 faith, and then I think it's 12 dex and 12 strength. And here's our friend. Gotta love the balls. I think one-handed is a better sweep, yeah. And this guy, once we take him out, is going to give us access to one of the best Ashes of War in the game. The Hoarfrost Stop. Now, Hoarfrost is super good. I'm gonna look. Oh, I don't think I can get down this way, but I might be able to. So I'm just gonna take a little peek. Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be a wee bit too steep to jump down, but maybe I can find a way if I hop over here. Dun 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 dun. No, I'm just gonna die to that fall. That's okay. We'll just go here. we're going to go up in that area a little bit later anyway. But I want to get a... This is honestly, this is mainly for me. I want to go get a different weapon just so I'm not using Bloodhound's Fang the entire walkthrough. And the quality build, that's actually getting closer to being up on the channel. So I've already lined up what weapons are going to be best for this build, which, ironically enough, Bloodhound's Fang, believe it or not, one of the best quality weapons in the entire game. It's astounding damage when it's maxed out. It will absolutely devastate anything you're up against. I'll actually hit that up first, just to get a... There's a Grace over there, so we're just going to grab that Grace, and then we'll go get the halberd that I want. But yeah, we're going to pick up a halberd, though. That's also really nice on the quality scaling. Works really well. I like it a lot. Besides that, I just tested some other... There's a halberds you can farm up near the Bestial Sanctum. They're similar to this one, but they have bleed. Those are, of course, also very nice. Should be a Grace. Well, you know what? We don't need to worry about the Grace right now. We can get all that stuff later, because we're going to be going to a cave later on and all kinds of stuff. There's also a mausoleum over here. We're not needing that right now. All stuff we're doing later. I want to get this weapon. And then start pumping some upgrades into it. Up we go! We can actually go snag a level 5 upgrade for our weapon, or for our Bloodhounds at this point, which I might just do that this episode as well. We can pass time. There's another Knight Rider here, except this one drops the halberds they like to use, and it's actually really nice. I'm a really big fan of it. I think, in my opinion, I think it's the best halberd in the game. It has insane reach on it. You can customize the Ash of War it has. It's really good damage. And y'all already know the drill with these guys. Yeah. Keep in mind, this is just something that I want right now for the quality build. If you're playing a mage or a faith build or anything that doesn't use a halberd, you could wait till later to do this. You don't have to get this guy right now. This is just... I know I'm going to want to have this weapon because I like its moveset and I like its damage. So I'm trying to just get it done now because these guys, I mean, we're... get off of my horse. You? This guy's testing my patience, bro. Shit. Give me my weapon. Giant Hunt and Knight Rider Glaive. Now, the reason I wanted to get that is, like I said, I don't just want to use Bloodhound's Fang for the whole series, but this thing has a ridiculous amount of reach. It's super long, really nice moveset. We have an above, a sweep, and then another cross. The charged attacks are boom. They're big, they're beefy. All in all, it is a solid weapon, and we're pretty close to the stat thresholds to one-handed as well. So it's something that I wanted to snag. And hey, look, now we have the East Ray Lucaria Gate Grace. Alright, so I'm going to pump some upgrades into this thing. It's going to be a little bit of time before... Well, actually, I'm curious. Let's take a look. Let's see what I can get it up to and how it compares to my Bloodhound's Fang. Because this doesn't have bleed on it, but I can change and put whatever Ash of War I want on this bad boy.
Well, I took you no matter it. Lay out your arms.
So, And you may remember we just picked up the Hoarfrost Stomp. So I'm getting 165. Wow. So yeah, my stats are not high enough yet to really see the big numbers on that. So I'm losing 15 there and going down 6. So we'll make it. I got a level more strength. We'll go strength for now on it. Actually, what was the standard? Standard higher? Standard is higher. Oh, yeah. Just keep the raw damage on the weapon. Alright. So, yeah, real fast. Let's just do it. Let's do it. We're going to go right up here. It's like just a bunch of little side stuff I'm getting done, because we are going to level Bloodfang all the way up. The only other unique weapon I really want. We don't get that for quite some time. It's like basically near the end of the game, but a boss that's very close to the end of the game has a weapon that not only is very, very good quality scaling, it's probably one of the most scary weapons in the game. It can do some devastating damage. So yeah, we probably could have grabbed this one at the start and been rocking a +5 Bloodfang this whole time. I've actually been like really hunting around to try and find more stuff. It's from these things exploding, just little runes. I think after we're done this zone, we might actually be able to make a route that will allow you to boost your Bloodhound all the way up to +10 if you wanted. Because the thing is, I have easy locations on the 6 runes. Just to check the damage on this right now. So this is at 261. What is Bloodhound at? Bloodhound's at 335. So Bloodhound is still going to be stronger, but this is gonna be getting better and better and better as time goes on. So variety, you know, it's what a quality build does. It's all about variety. Which Bloodhound's about to get even better with me pumping a tier 5 upgrade into it right here.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your arms.
Yeah, it's up to 374. Yeah, so we're... Well, I still have my Knight Rider Glaive, which I might just use just to mix things up. It's got a fun playset, or a fun moveset. I like it a lot. But yeah, so from here, we are going to travel over to here, northern Liurnia Lake Shore. That is just south of the King's Realm Ruins. Let's see. Did Revenant? Yes. So we can start from there. And in the next episode, we are going to work our way through all of the, basically the western portion of this region. So there's a bunch of stuff here. We have the Belfry Towers there. We have a caravan and some camps and an Erd tree and a dungeon and a tower. And then after that, let's see, that actually takes a lot of time going through. Start proceeding. Heaviest road ends. Oh yeah, no, that place will easily eat up an entire episode. There's a lot. It doesn't seem like a lot of space, but there's a lot going on there. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this one on up. I mean, if you want, you can keep on the claw mark seal and that heal spell we got, you know, use it for an emergency, but you know, you don't have to. Anyway, catch y'all next time.